This is a screen that I start development with. It has the options that I use most often, and then from here I copy paste, move them to different screens, whatever. But this is my starting point. So most of my forms are set up this way, and I think you will like it as well. It's like a sort of a split form. You see the records on top, and then as you click on them on the bottom, you see all the information for them. All the data is fake. This is some sample data I downloaded from somewhere. So and then here you have filters. You could filter by first name, by last name, company, um, whatever this is. And then here is a free text search. So you just put whatever you want, and then you will get all the records that have these two letters. I put in WE in any of the fields. Also the zip code. You put in the zip code, and then the city and state is gets filled in automatically. And then also the contacts are pretty cool. So this setup allows you to have as many contacts as you want. So if somebody has 5 phone numbers, that's not a problem. And another cool thing about it is, so if I'm double clicking on the email, it opens up the email with the person's email already pre-filled. Same thing on the website and same thing on the phone number. So I'm going to double click on this phone number. It takes a while. I have an IP phone. And now you see, just try to, oops, oops, just try to dial this fake number. So if somebody makes a lot of phone calls and they have an IP phone, it's a pretty cool option. Same thing can be done with WhatsApp. But you have to have WhatsApp set up on your computer, but it's also possible. Same thing with Skype and whatever else people might be using. I only set up the phone, the email, and the website, and LinkedIn and Facebook, obviously. Another thing is the notes. So the notes, you put in the I or I clicked on add note, and now I could type whatever I want, and now the note gets stamped with the username. So it read the username from my Windows login, stamps it with a date and username cannot be changed, but you could change the note if you want. If you want to look at this note, you double click on it, and here it goes. And then if you want to see, well, let's put a few more so that you see what I mean. So if you want to see all notes together, then you click on this and you have them all here, and you can edit them here if you want as well. And then this is to attach images or documents. We're going to attach a document and an image. So if you attach an image, right away it gives you a preview on the bottom. So to get a preview, it has to be BMP or a JPEG. Now we're gonna attach a PNG. For some reason, PNG doesn't open there, but I just want to show you what happens. So there's no preview, but it automatically opens it in a full screen. So, and then you, like if I go back, I click, and now I see this one. You can add a comment if you want. You can add a category. And even though it looks like they're attached here, they're not, because the app is going to get blown up really, really quickly. So there's a folder that you specify in the app where all this gets saved to, and then these are just links. And that folder is specified right here. There's a app settings. So here you get to specify the photos path, the name of the app. We're going to change the name of the app just so you see. See on the bottom it says default, and now it says test. And here you specify the startup form. For me, it's of customers, but you have a list of your forms here, and you could choose which form opens up. So if the app has a login screen, it's going to go to the login screen first and then open this form. But if it doesn't, it's going to go straight to this form. all that stuff, um, so if you open the ribbons that I showed you earlier, all of these buttons are available here. So the app settings was opened from here. Another thing is the app versions. So here you would put in the versions, and then there's a VBS file that also comes with the app. So what it does is it will look at so the user, once they run that VBS file for the first time, it's gonna create an icon for them that's gonna look like it's an icon to the app, but in reality it's a um icon to the VBS file. And what that VBS file is gonna do every time is it's gonna go into their front end, look at the latest version number, compare it against the version, because the usually it's a server setup. So there's the backend sits on the server. In the same folder sits the front end, but the users don't actually open that front end. It's only there to copy it to their computers. So when you create a new version and you want to distribute it, you put it in the server folder. And when a user clicks their VBS icon, it's going to take the latest version on in their app. It's going to take the latest version of the app that you put into the server folder. And if the server version is newer than the one that they have, it's going to copy it for them and then going to open it. But to them, it looks like they just opening the app. Maybe it took 2 seconds longer. So this is all done behind the scenes. This way, everybody always has the latest um, version. I could have made it so that I ask them if they want to download it, but I don't like to do that because a lot of the times the um, changes that I'm distributing make a difference to how the data is stored, and I want to make sure they all have the latest versions without them choosing. So that's that for the app settings, and I showed you this one. Oh yeah, and another thing is, so there's also the app errors. So there's a piece of code that you will add to your procedures, and then it will log all the errors. So then every now and then you can go into the app and you can see what errored. So this shows you which procedure, um, well, which form, or in this case, which procedure, and then the name of the sub. And then it tells you what the error message is. And then it tells you which user made it error. And you can go and try to um, reproduce those errors and try to fix them.